Right. So, when I tested positive for COVID, it was like a week later, I got an email saying that I had an appointment for the vaccine, which I'd signed up to get. But the appointment they gave me was in like 2 weeks' time from then, which was within 3 weeks of the virus, like me testing positive. So I had to phone them up and be like, oh, I can't get it. I seen online it says I can't get it. Which, by the way, they didn't tell me anything like that on the email. It's just like, come and get it. So if I hadn't already Googled it, I could have went and got it. Whatever. But, so then I was like, oh, I don't live in that area anymore. Can you change it to somewhere else? I could hear the guy click, 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 clicking away. And I'm thinking, surely it's not that bad a system. Like, surely you can just like click, get available appointments. And then, ta-da, comes up. And where? Because I don't mind travelling about, because I'm able to travel around Scotland to get it. Anyway, turns out that I kind of don't want to get it right now for two reasons. One, I'm currently in England, staying at Joanna's, so where I was able to get the appointment, the only one that was available for that time period was, so for next week, was up in Ayrshire, but however I live in Dumfries and Galloway, sure, or whatever, so I would have to drive an extra, like, what, from here it would be like an extra 2 hour drive, because instead of driving home I'd just drive there, and that would be like the exact same amount of time, but then I'd have to drive all the way back home. So that's kind of like, can't be bothered with that, especially after like a 7 hour drive, to then drive another 2, then I can't really be bothered with it. And additionally, I'm kind of considering whether or not to get the vaccine, considering I just had COVID. But that's like, whatever. That's a whole different thing, which I'm literally just starting to look into. So my opinions, don't listen to me. However, I'm gonna start recording my screen. Right, so we're gonna go on the vaccination page. Right, there we go. There's my vaccination. It's supposed to be 9:05 on the 6th at Greenwood Conference Centre. So, I want to change this appointment, right? The whole point in this video, by the way, is, if you've read the title or whatever, to show you how much of an absolute shambles it is to try and change this appointment. So, when you think of how, I'm going to show you how bad this really is to do. Not bad, but time consuming. For instance, someone like me, who's pretty busy, and I'm not even mega busy, I'm just pretty busy, and I'll come on here and I'll be like, click, 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 and it takes like half an hour, and then, like, after 50 minutes you're like, do I really want the vaccine that bad? Me, young guy who's just had COVID. You just get so caught up in the admin that you're like, I just can't be bothered with it. Like, your brain's like, just stop it. So anyway, I would imagine it pushes some people away. So I'm going to just show you how bad it is. Reschedule. So, my GP is in Fife, because my GP registration is at my university, but I'm no longer there anymore. So, I'll show you here. So I live in Dumfries and Galloway, here somewhere there, and I have family in Ayrshire, so I can kind of go anywhere here. But I'm planning on going through to Ayrshire 16th of July. So I would like to get my first dose when I'm there. So I'll go and we will look at Ayrshire and Arran. Now, by the way, this is going to be boring, so I'll probably speed it up. But I'm going to do a comprehensive search of every single one in Ayrshire and Arran between the 16th and the 26th, because that's the time period in which I'll be there. So we'll go first, Johnson Civic Centre. Start at the beginning. Next. When do you want to visit? So 16th, no appointments. None the 17th, none the 18th, none the 19th, 20th. So can't do a Drawson. shut that down, go back. Now this is where I have to now go back here, change this again to Ayrshire Narren, click on Cumnock, because like you can't click. Oh, you can't click on multiple. Only lets you click on one at a time. So Cumnock, I need to click next, reload the page, select appointment. I'll start say 15th even because I could go up a day early. 16. So there we go. Every single Ayrshire Narren Centre, of which there are 6, and between the 16th, or say 15th, and 27th of June, there is not a single appointment available at any of these. Let's then look. So I live in Dumfries and Galloway, closer to this side of Dumfries and Galloway than away over here. But what we'll do is we'll look through these, and for these I can go at any time at all really that I could foresee, i.e. any time in June, which isn't the dates previously mentioned, any time in July, probably any time in August, probably any time in September as well, because it seems like I won't be starting work until October. So let's just do the same thing. We'll work right through them and we'll just select kind of days about and we'll see. So first of all, where will we go? Newton Stewart. We'll look at that one. That one's relatively close. So, Newton Stewart. Select appointment. And now, how annoying is this that I don't just have a feature I can just click show me next available appointment in the database? It's silly. So, I'll be back home probably 6th. None. Wait, that was July. Oh wait, it is July. I'm a dafty. So, sorry, none in July, scrap June, don't list to June. So we'll look in August, right? So, July and August, none. Not a single one in Newton Stewart. And you might be thinking, well, maybe Newton Stewart's not that big. I mean, it's not that big, but I would imagine it should have something. So, we'll go somewhere bigger, right? We'll go to Dumfries. And let's see how many is in Dumfries. So not a single one in Dumfries either. So we need to go back again. How long's this been? Does it tell me? 13 minutes. So we'll go to Dumfries and Galloway again. Right, so where else will we try? So I've tried here and here, let's try one of these. Let's go Kirkcudbright, which is funnily enough how that's actually pronounced. So again, not a single appointment for July or August. Let's go back. Let's try Castle Douglas. Because these places are within driving distance, but they're still like more than half an hour's drive. Much more than half an hour's drive from where I live. Like Dumfries is well over an hour's drive from where I live. I'm actually really surprised that there's not even a single appointment. It's kind of comical at how efficient the NHS have been at fully booking available appointments. Keep in mind this is a specifically reschedule your appointment application. It's a platform in which I'm supposed to be able to reschedule my appointment. If they have none, why does it not just say there's none? Absolute nightmare. So we'll go somewhere closer, because these ones are just too far a drive from where I live. So we'll go and try Waverley in Stranraer. There we go, not a single one there either. Right, Stranraer Vaccination Centre, let's try you. Not a single one, again. They're not even telling me it's not there, it's just like, oh, select an appointment. Which appointment? There's none. Not a single thing. So, that's my quibble with it. That's been 18 minutes. I mean, that's talking probably for the first 5. But we'll still even round it to like 15 minutes of looking. And I still can't get a new appointment to reschedule. So I need to just cancel my appointment. Well, I suppose you could say one, well, look, what if there's no appointments to reschedule because the NHS are so efficient that they just filled them all? But then they should make more. Obviously, obvious answer. Does it take that long to get a vaccine? Boom, a wee jab, sorted. I don't know. I honestly can't even think of any excuse for this. It's just absolutely ridiculous to push it. It's like, I love that wee bit of writing there. Did you see that? NHS Scotland strongly recommends you get the vaccine when offered it, i.e. there's no extra appointments for you to reschedule, just take that one. So then, maybe you're saying, oh, well, what if it's actually just the district you're in? Well, I mean, actually, you know what, I'm not even gonna go down that road, because it's silly to think that I could live, say, here, right? And I have to travel all the way up here to get a vaccine. So, for instance, that's Kirkcudbright to Ayr, right? And just an hour and a half drive. So 3 hours minimum round trip, excluding getting the vaccine, just to get it. How are you supposed to get that without a bus? Or without a car, on the bus, or whatever, on the trains? I don't know. Just ridiculous. I just wanted to make this wee video to basically show you that although Scotland try and push for you to get the vaccine, they have zero leniency on how you're going to get it, when you're going to get it, where you're going to get it, even really as well. Because I've just shown you there that over 10 days in Ayrshire, there's none. Not a single one. So you can think, oh well, then maybe they just don't do it in those 10 days. Maybe they do it on spells. So I've tried in half of Dumfries and Galloway, because like from one side to the other is like I don't know, 2.5 hours or something crazy. Not something crazy, but like something crazy enough where it's like I'm not driving 2 hours for a vaccine, especially not if I've just had COVID and I have some antibodies in me. But I've just shown you there as well, and they'll have a single one for July, not for August. When I talked to Joanna about it, she was like, oh, maybe they come out weekly, because I checked this time last week and there was some available for the Saturday past. I think there was a couple available for like today as well, like so. And she was like, maybe they just come out every week. Well, I mean, I doubt it, unless they come out. Nah, I mean, I doubt it. Why would they show me all the way till August for that? And I checked yesterday as well, on this as well, and there was not a single one. So I don't know. Unless they're getting sneakily released on a Monday and everybody's just going on and getting the next rescheduled appointment. I don't know. But it's absolutely ridiculous. Not only ridiculous that you can't do it, like you can't get an appointment now, but also ridiculous that there's not just a simple button to be like, show me available appointments, show me where the available appointments are. Like, for instance, you could easily have on this map here these little red pins. You could literally just have a number of available appointments in it. So like 4, 0, 8, 20, 2, 1, nothing. Simple as that. And then click on it and it just comes up the date, the appointment, the date of the appointment. Something as simple as that. I mean, I know that sounds like, you could be like, oh, well, you need to load the database and query the database. You're like, it's not that much processing power. The amount of people in Scotland who are going to want... Oops. Oh no, something has gone wrong. Because I clicked wheelchair access. Brilliant technology of Scotland. Oh, and then you log back in. But it could be simple as that, at least in my mind it could be. The amount of people that are really going to be on, and the number of queries that are really going to be made, there's no excuse. And I don't really see any excuse either for not, say, just holding a vaccination centre every Saturday. Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, here's my wee rant. Hope you enjoyed. Aye, that's it. Cheers. Bye.